tell you where Bernie blew it. He sold his soul to the devil. He seemed like a tough guy. He was like tough. And then in the end, he folded.
Well, Donald Trump calling out Bernie Sanders for backing Hillary Clinton and Sanders' supporters. Well, many of them are turning their back on the Democratic Party, threatening to vote for Trump. CampusReform.org contributor Cabot Phillips spoke to Sanders supporters in Philly last week to get some answers, and he joins us live. Cabot, nice to see you this morning.
Good to be on.
I want to play some sound of Sanders supporters switching to Trump that you talked with, and I'm going to play it and we'll get your reaction. Take a listen.
I was strong for Bernie, and now I'm taking the stand for Trump.
Okay. I'm going to use all of my time and energy to make sure Hillary doesn't win after the convention.
So in a swing state, you consider Trump?
Yes.
Say that you would possibly consider voting for Trump if the race were close. Do you think other Bernie supporters would do that?
Absolutely. You guys need to know.
I've posted on it on my social media, and quite a few people are going to go with Trump. Some people are sheep, and they're going to fall in line and vote for Hillary.
I'm done with the Democratic Party.
So you've left the Democrat Party. Do you think that a lot of other Bernie supporters are going to do the same if they haven't already?
Yes, a lot have, and a lot will after this convention.
If Bernie is not the Democratic nominee, then I will certainly leave the Democratic Party.
Do you feel like Hillary is trying to pressure women to vote for her just because she's a woman?
Oh my God, yes. She is a con artist.
I'm throwing this race to Trump.
Interesting, Cabot. I mean, what was your reaction to that?
Well, last month in Europe, we had the Brexit, and it appears that this month in America, we are having a Dem exit of Democrats en masse leaving the party. With Leadership Institute's Campus Forum, I'm always talking to young people around the country, and up until maybe 10 days ago, I would have been shocked to see this response from Bernie voters. But I think it just shows how deep the resentment runs with the Democrat Party, and that this DNC email leak, it was kind of the last nail in the coffin for a lot of these young voters. And young people hate nothing more than having the establishment and the man tell them who to vote for. And that's pretty much exactly what happened here. And I think Donald Trump is going to be able to capitalize on the fact that young voters are angry with the establishment, they're angry with Hillary Clinton, and they're not just falling in line.
Do you buy the argument, though, that they're going to go for Trump? I mean, I was out at a Bernie rally this week as well, talking to a lot of Bernie supporters and asking that very question, and most of them said absolutely not. I don't know any Bernie Sanders supporters that are going to go for Trump, but they may have skewed older, and that older demographic seemed like you were talking to some of the younger people. Where do you think that falls down the age line here?
When looking at the young voters, what drew them to Bernie's campaign in the first place, it was three things. He was anti-establishment, he tells it like it is, and he doesn't need Wall Street money, as they call it, to succeed. And those are all qualities that Donald Trump has. You know, Donald Trump can appeal to these voters saying, look, I'm going to tell it like it is. I've only taken $20,000 from Wall Street donors throughout this whole campaign, while Hillary Clinton, for all her bashing of Wall Street, has taken over $50 million. It's more than almost every candidate combined. So we've already seen Donald Trump use that appeal and empathize with these Bernie voters saying, look, big bad Hillary, crooked Hillary, she stole this race from you. I agree with you. Let's get revenge together. And I think that's a winning strategy for Donald Trump.
But what about independents? And what about Gary Johnson? You know, you listen to them, they're saying, look, we're 11% of the vote right now. Carve that more to get to, you know, the debate stage between the three of them. If they get to 15%, they might be on the debate stage. Do you think we're going to see a rise of independents now?
If Gary Johnson can get on the debate stage, I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to gain in the polls. I don't think he'll get on the debate stage. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, I think a lot of these independents, you know, it may sound good for them right now. They still may be really fired up and angry and want to say, I'm going to vote third party out of protest. But when it comes down to it, I think at the last minute, they'll realize that it essentially is a wasted vote. So if it comes down to who they're trying to stop, and if they really do want to stop Hillary, I do think they'll go with Donald Trump, no matter how much they disagree with him. They'll want to stop Hillary at all costs.
Fascinating. Cabot, nice to see you this morning. Appreciate it.
Great to be on.
Coming up here on the show, should LGBT groups be allowed to sue religious colleges and universities for not being inclusive enough? Details on that next. And the Pope takes on Pokemon Go.